Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Micaela. Thanks for being here. We'll be moving through day 8 of 14 days of balance, and today's flow will be themed around tree pose. So we'll be doing a lot of hip opening and then a lot of prep for our standing balance. We'll be working on building some quad strength, some glute strength, and as always, I'll be giving options to use 2 blocks, but they're just options, are not requirements. If it doesn't serve you, don't worry about it. Same goes with everything that I have to offer you today. Everything's an option. Nothing's required of you. This is your practice, so take only what you need and leave the rest. When you're ready to join me, we're going to find our way into a comfortable seat. You can cross the legs if you'd like, but if that's not comfortable, taking any other variation with the legs that serves you. Stacking shoulders over hips and then sitting up nice and tall, maybe finding a slight tuck of your chin to lengthen through the back of your neck. You might wrap the shoulders onto the back, open the heart, lengthen the collarbones. Letting the arms relax as the hands find a comfortable place to rest. If it feels okay, you might close your eyes or just soften your gaze towards the tip of your nose or towards the floor. Just beginning by bringing your awareness towards your breath. Then beginning to lengthen and deepen the inhales into exhales, filling yourself all the way up and letting it all go, releasing any tension, releasing any thoughts or feelings that don't serve you, anything that doesn't need to be present with you on the mat, setting it aside, creating space for yourself to just be on your mat. We'll take just a few more breaths here. These might be the biggest breaths of the day. You might even open your mouth and sigh it out. And then as you're ready, you're welcome to keep the eyes closed, or maybe you blink them back open to come back into the space. We'll take an inhale to reach the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, let your palms come down through heart center, and we'll take 2 more like that just to begin to connect with the breath. Inhaling to sweep the arms up. Maybe you look up. Exhaling, bringing the hands to heart center. Last time with an inhale, reaching up to the sky, and exhale, palms through heart center. Extending the right leg out to the right, we'll move into seated tree, keeping the left knee bent, bringing the sole of your left foot anywhere along your right leg. We'll inhale the arms to the sky. As you exhale, pivot towards the right leg and fold, reaching for the foot. If that's not comfortable, just let the hand rest somewhere along the right leg or maybe on either side along the mat. We'll take a few breaths here. You might inhale for lengthen the spine and exhale to fold. One more full breath in and a full breath out. Inhaling to rise up, open the arms into a T. And as you exhale, hinging your right side body over the right leg, the left arm sweeps up towards the sky. You might look up underneath that left arm and maybe start to roll out that left wrist or splay the fingers wide. Take a full round of breath here. And then eventually coming up to your seat, bringing both soles of the feet together, the knees to the east and west, finding bound angle pose. With an inhale, sitting up nice and tall. And as you exhale, folding over your legs, belly towards the feet. Taking a few breaths here, you're welcome to round through the upper back if that feels nice. Or maybe you keep the spine nice and long and stay kind of lifted. One more full breath in. And a full breath out. Nice job. Inhaling up to your seat. Extend the left leg, keeping the right leg bent. Sole of the foot anywhere to the inner left leg. With an inhale, arms to the sky. As you exhale, pivoting towards your left leg and folding, maybe reaching for the foot or just allowing the hands to rest along the leg or on either side of the leg. Taking a few breaths here. Maybe lengthening with your inhale and exhaling to fold a little more. Inhaling to rise, arms open into a T. And as you exhale, we'll hinge over the left leg, right arm to the sky. Again, you might look up underneath that right arm and maybe start to roll out the wrist, display the fingers. Take another full breath and let it go. Coming up to your seat, and we'll meet in tabletop this time. You can cross your shins and roll forward, or you can swing the legs around to either side, bringing wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. Once you find your tabletop, we'll start to move through some cat-cow. With an inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, flare the tail. With your exhale, round through the spine, pressing through the palms, feeling the shoulder blades separate. Inhaling for your cow, drop the belly towards the earth. Exhaling for cat, lifting the backside of your heart. One more round together, inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Keep moving like this on your own. Starting to connect to your breath and maybe inviting in some nice organic movement. Feeling into your body today. Keep the face soft, the jaw unhinged. Taking a few more rounds of this movement with your breath. And as you're ready, finding your way back to stillness in your tabletop. From here, tuck the toes, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we'll find downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Keeping as much of a bend in the knees here as you'd like. Sending the belly back towards the thighs as you pull navel to spine, activating the core. Pressing into all of the fingers, the palms. Taking a few breaths to feel into the shape. This is our home base. Every time we come back is your chance to check in with yourself and notice how it feels, what's changed. Take a full round of breath here. And then when you're ready, taking the feet wider than hips with distance, soften the knees. Begin to crawl the hands back towards the feet for a ragdoll at the back edge of your mat. Keeping the knees nice and bent as you drape your torso towards the floor. Maybe reaching for opposite elbows here, breathing length into the spine. Maybe starting to sway. Feeling gravity lengthen you from tailbone to crown. Take another deep breath in. And a full breath out. Releasing any bind you might have taken. We'll inhale to halfway lift, lengthen the spine as the hands float up. And exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift one more time. Exhale to fold, crawl the hands forward, finding your high or low plank, so knees lifted or knees planted. Take a deep breath in. And exhale into downward facing dog, hips to the sky. A few breaths here. As you're ready, we'll inhale the right leg towards the sky. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Roll forward like your high plank. Press into the palms. Inhale, up and back, three-legged dog. And exhale the right foot to the top of the mat. Spin the left heel to the earth. Inhale to rise, warrior one. Active through the low belly, pressing into the outer edge of the left foot. Take a deep breath in. And exhale for pyramid pose. Straighten the right knee and fold. You can always reach for blocks here under the hands for support. Taking a couple of breaths. Tug the right hip back. Really nice. As you're ready, lift up onto the left toes. Crawl the hands forward, maybe reaching for your blocks. Lifting off for standing split. Left leg towards the sky. Take a full breath and let it go. Send the left toes to the back of the mat. Spin the heel to the earth and come all the way up for star pose, facing the left edge of your mat, arms towards the sky. Breath in at the top. And exhale to fold over the legs, wide-legged fold. Taking a few moments here, maybe starting to shimmy it to the right and left, bending one knee and the other, maybe nodding the head yes or shaking it no. Take another breath and sigh it out. Nice work. Soften the knees and crawl it back towards the top of your mat, turning to frame the right foot. Plant the palms and step back to high or low plank, taking a deep breath in. And exhale to downward dog, hips to the sky. A few breaths here. As you're ready, look to the top of your mat, take a breath in. And exhale to your forward fold, feet meet your hands. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, arms reach out and open. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, send the weight into the right foot, lift your left knee into your chest. As you exhale, bring your hands through heart center. Begin to send the sole of the left foot towards the wall behind you, warrior three. Hinging forward, finding balance on the right foot. Take a full breath. And exhale, float the toes back, plant the palms either side of the right foot, send the right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Bending into the knees, stack the hip and finding any organic movement you'd like here. As you're ready, right foot meets the mat and we take a few breaths in down dog. With your next breath in, the left leg reaches to the sky. As you exhale, knee to nose, roll forward like high plank. Inhale, left leg to the sky. And exhale, left foot towards the top of the mat. Right heel to the earth. Inhale to rise, warrior one. And exhale for pyramid pose. Straighten the left knee and fold over the leg. Maybe reaching for blocks under the hands for support. Full round of breath, tug the left hip back, and a couple more like that. Really nice. As you're ready, lift onto the right toes, crawl the hands forward, maybe reaching for your blocks. Finding standing split as you reach the right leg to the sky and bow forward. Full breath. And let it go. Right toes to the back of the mat. Spin the heel down and rise all the way up. Star pose to the right. Full breath. And exhale to fold over the legs. Taking a few rounds of breath here. Really nice work. As you're ready, we'll soften the knees and crawl back to the top of the mat, turning to frame the left foot. Plant the palms and step back to high plank. Take a full breath in. And exhale to downward dog, hips to the sky. Full round of breath or two here. Look to the top of your mat, take a breath in. And exhale to your forward fold, feet meet the hands. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Sending the weight into the left foot with an inhale, the right leg reaches up to the sky. As you exhale, hands come through heart center, reaching the sole of the right foot towards the wall behind you for warrior three. Hinging forward, finding balance on the left foot. Slow and steady, right toes to the back of the mat, palms to frame left foot, sending the left leg towards the sky. Bending the knees, stacking the hip, and maybe finding some movement here. And then when you're ready, left foot meets the mat. Take a deep breath in. A deep breath out. A few more breaths here in down dog. As you're ready, look to the top of your mat. Take a breath in. And exhale to your forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Arms reach out and open. And exhale, hands through heart center. Sending the weight into the right foot, lifting the left heel. Taking a deep breath in, pulling that left knee into chest. As you exhale, opening the left hip and bringing the sole of the left foot anywhere along the right thigh except for your knee. And we'll take a few breaths here in tree pose. You're welcome to grow branches if you'd like. And as you're ready, hands through heart center, left knee to chest, take a deep breath in. And exhale the left toes to the back of your mat. Stay high on the left foot, heel lifted. Inhale, arms high. And exhale to cactus your arms and lift your heart. Inhale the arms high. Exhale the hands down to frame the right foot. Send the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Take a deep breath in. And exhale for half pigeon, right knee, right wrist. Drop the shin, lengthen the left leg back. If there's space under the right hip, grab your block and bring it underneath you for support. Inhaling to sit up tall, you can stay here or you can exhale to fold over your right leg. We'll take a few breaths here. As you're ready, beginning to press your heart up, roll into the right hip, turning towards the long edge of your mat and finding seated tree, keeping that left leg extended, sole of the right foot to your inner thigh. Inhale, arms into a T. As you exhale, plant the right palm behind your right glute and lift the hips for stargazer, sweeping the left arm behind you. Full breath. Exhale, hips to the mat. Extending the right leg out, we'll take a seated wide leg fold. Inhaling to sit up tall. And exhaling to fold over your legs any amount. Taking a few breaths here. Eventually we'll rise up. Bending into both knees and bringing the soles of the feet together. Inhale to sit up tall. And exhale to fold over the legs. Taking a few breaths. Nice. Inhaling to rise up. We're going to take the left leg and begin to cross it over the right as you crawl your right heel towards your left glute. Bringing the hands towards the outer right edge of your hip, lifting the hips and rolling onto that right knee. Send the left foot towards the back edge of your mat. We'll pivot on the right knee, left arm to the sky, supported side plank. Taking a big round of breath here. And as you exhale, left hand towards the mat, tucking both sets of toes and finding downward dog, hips to the sky. Taking a few breaths. And as you're ready, look to the top of your mat as you breathe in. And exhale to your forward fold, move like you. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Sending the weight into the left foot, lifting the right heel. Pivoting the knee open and finding your version of tree pose. Maybe reaching down and bringing the sole of that right foot to your inner left thigh. Finding your variation. Maybe that looks like arms to the sky, but that's just an option. One more round of breath. And then eventually releasing that right leg, letting it come back through center. Take a breath in. And exhale, right toes to the back of the mat. Stay high on the right toes. Inhale, arms high. And exhale to cactus. Inhale to reach. Exhale, palms down to frame the left foot, and the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Take a breath in. And exhale, pigeon pose, left knee, left wrist, shin to the mat. Lengthen your right leg back. If there's space under the left glute, grab your block, set it up underneath you. Inhale to sit up tall. You can stay here or exhale to fold over the left shin. We'll take a few more rounds of breath here. And as you're ready, beginning to rise up, roll into the left glute, spinning to face the long right edge of your mat for seated tree. Inhaling, arms into a T. And exhale that left palm behind your left glute, rolling onto that left shin for stargazer, sweeping the right arm behind you. Eventually the sits bones meet the mat. From here, bringing soles of the feet together for bound angle pose. Inhale to sit up tall. And exhale to fold. Taking a few breaths. Inhaling to rise. This time we're going to lift that right leg, begin to cross it over the left thigh as you hug your left heel into your right glute. Bringing both palms outside that left hip as you begin to lift and roll onto that left shin. Sending it out as you step the right foot to the back of the mat. Right arm to the sky, supported side plank. Full round of breath. And let it go. Right side body comes back to the mat. Right knee follows. Find tabletop position. Take a deep breath in. And exhale to child's pose, maybe inching the knees a little bit wider as you sit hips back to heels and extend the arms forward. Melting chest and belly to the mat and finding some time to come back to your breath here. Noticing how the practice has changed how you feel. Noticing any thoughts or feelings that are present. And we'll take a few more rounds of breath here in child's pose. And then eventually, beginning to crawl the hands towards the right edge of your mat for a lateral body stretch. You might stack your left palm on top of your right as you melt your chest and belly back to the earth and really root through your left sit bone. Nice work. Slowly coming back through center and taking it to the left. Maybe the right palm stacks, really rooting through the right sit bone, Really nice. Inhale to come back through center and begin to rise up, finding your way to seated on your knees. Sitting hips back to heels. From here, lift the hips, swing the legs around, and bring your sits bones to the mat. Legs out in front of you. You can scooch forward on your mat and come to lie on your back if you'd like, or you can find a comfortable seat, whatever suits you, as we take just a few moments of rest at the end of our practice together. So as you get comfortable in any shape that you choose, if it feels okay, you can close your eyes, but you don't have to. Take a few deep breaths and let yourself soften. Get as comfortable as possible. I'm here to hold space for you and bring you out in just a couple moments when it's time. Cultivate one last piece of gratitude for yourself for choosing to show up today, and then settle in. If you'd like to rest a bit longer, you might pause the video now and continue to rest. Otherwise, when you're ready, beginning to bring your awareness back to your breath and body. Taking a few deep inhales and exhales as you begin to wiggle the fingers and toes, roll out the wrists and ankles, and invite a full body movement back into your space to invite you into your body, into this moment. Whether it's a good morning stretch, a hug of your knees to chest, maybe a happy baby as you reach for the feet. Taking a few moments before maybe rolling to one side or the other. Taking a few moments before rolling to one side or the other and finding your way up to a comfortable seat. Maybe hands to heart center, maybe hands resting on the legs, and we'll take our last breath together. Full breath in. Full breath out. Thank you so much for joining me today. This concludes our practice, and I hope to see you again in the next video.